What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today's video format will be a little bit different. I am at Mannheim. Got my jump box. I bought a really busted Civic. Like, paint is fading. Once I find it, you guys will see it and you will understand that I goofed up, but it has decent miles, clean title, so hopefully I could make a few $100 and sell it really quickly. So yeah, we're gonna find this car, pull it out, I will show it to you guys, and then in this video we're gonna sell it, and I will show you guys the whole process, basically how much money I made on this car. And according to my paperwork, the car is by the clean detail. So where we picked up the Passat in the video you guys seen, if you are following the channel. Dang, but it looks like they got no cars there, so hopefully they didn't move it. It's kind of annoying walking around with this darn thing. There's a whole bunch of Hondas here. Mine is an older one, it's an 08. But all of this that you guys see, that's all Hondas. Now, where the heck do I find mine? This is the clean detail section, but I feel like these are all brand new Hondas, or, you know, like newer than mine. It says it's in clean detail, but subject to change, so they could have moved it. That's really annoying because I just picked it up this morning, or printed off my pull-out slip. Let me ask for some help. Guys, believe it or not, after asking 3 employees, one of them told me, I don't know, it could be by the fence all the way in the back. Is this it? See a blue Civic? Yup, this is it. Because I see the fading paint. Okay, well, at least I found it. There's my ugly duckling. Alright, so I mean, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. It looked a lot worse in the pictures. Yeah, I can work with this. This is sellable. That's a good sign, guys. Now, interior is pretty dirty. Let's check the fluids. So there's no chirping. I'm assuming battery is dead as it can be. Good thing I grabbed my jump box, because I would have had to walk all the way back to grab one. Oh man, wherever this car came from, look at all that rust. Yeah, we have oil. Let's check this. Yeah, this engine has a whole bunch of rust. And it has low miles too, like 118. For a Civic, I'd say that's pretty decent. Okay, well, let's see if it will start, or if anything will happen. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me grab my jump box, throw it in the back seat, and we could head out. Civic sounds really good. Nothing weird that I've noticed. How the heck can it be clean detail with this? And that. This is a Mannheim detail job. I want my money back. But in all honesty, guys, I thought it looked a lot worse than it does right now, which is a really good thing, because I paid, well, the winning bid was $2,200 for this car plus auction fees, so I'm roughly 24, I think a little over $2,400 in it. But like I said, almost 118,000 miles. I mean, it's a decent mileage car. My parents, I actually sold their Civic, same body style except black, I want to say a month ago, for like $5,500 with a little bit lower miles, but it had a salvage title. So I'm thinking list this one for like $2,900, come down $200 and just move it, because this was an oopsie purchase, as I usually do within the first mile of leaving the auction. Give you guys an update. So here it is. I hear one of the wheel bearings. It is shot. Roughly after 33 miles per hour, it starts humming. And I don't know if you guys will hear it through the video or not, but I definitely hear it. So I might have to sell this car a little bit cheaper than I thought, just to get rid of it, pull my money out, make a video for you guys, show you my oopsie purchase. And yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But I mean, aside from that, shift's good, engine seems to be great. It's a little dirty, needs a little bit of work, needs some love, some TLC, but you know, mechanically it's a Honda Civic. These things run 200K easy. So someone will buy it at a discount just to have a cheap daily driver. I don't know if you guys will hear it. It's either, no, I'm pretty sure it's the rear right one. And they are pretty easy to replace. So honestly, I think I will replace it. This car already has too many drawbacks to add additional one. And the noise, like somebody could probably get a headache from it. So, yeah. Oh well. Made it with absolutely no issues. It runs really good aside from the wheel bearing and, you know, clearly this paint and the rust on the engine. But I'm gonna leave it here for now. I gotta do some paperwork and then we will resume. So I got a new wheel hub in. I just picked up the Civic from the lot and taking it back home so we could go ahead and replace the wheel hub, wheel bearing, that whole assembly. Honestly, with all of these, it's kind of a gamble. I have not replaced the wrong one yet, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like it's the rear right one back there, but in all honesty, I don't hear it too much right now. But taking it home, we gotta replace something. Here's a little trick I learned with wheel bearings. So you're driving and then you turn the steering wheel one way. So if I turn it to the left, I don't know if you guys will hear it. The sound goes away. And if I turn the steering wheel to the right, it intensifies. So that means when you turn the car to the left, naturally the left side kind of picks up a little bit, which releases pressure from the tires. And when I turn it to the left and I don't hear sound, it is one of the left side wheel bearings. Now when I turn the wheel to the right, naturally the weight of the car puts more weight on the left side, and that's when I hear it the loudest. Therefore, again, confirming that it is one of the left side wheel bearings. Now, front or rear, I don't know. I feel like I hear it from both sides, and maybe there is a trick to kind of learn which one it is aside from hearing. I feel like it's in the back. I feel like it's in the back. But once you pull it apart, and we're gonna do that, sometimes you'll see the whole bearing is just busted open and you'll see like little metal balls inside of it, which, you know, shows you that it's a busted bearing and it needed to be replaced. We're gonna do a loop. I don't know if you guys will hear it. I think it's definitely in the back. Man, I think these are gorgeous cars. I really hear the wheel hub. These are beautiful to me. I drove one of those maybe 2 years ago. Short drive, a CL65 though. I think that was the most powerful car I've ever driven. Unfortunately, I didn't get to push it because it was raining outside, and every time I'd give it like 15-20% throttle, it would just slip the rear tires because that thing has like 750 pound-feet of torque. Just crazy numbers. I made it home. I don't know how much you guys will be able to hear, but since we have the Tpms light on, I have my compressor going on. We're gonna fill up the tires on this thing, and then I am almost certain that this is the tire that I am hearing the issues from. So we're gonna prep the car, get it ready, and start replacing that. These tires need to be at around 32 PSI. This side was perfect. Well, they were like 30 PSI. This is the tire that was at 14 PSI. So I put air in it. That should get the Tpms light off, but something tells me that we probably have a small nail in there just because of how low it is. So probably need to take it to a tire shop and get inspected. Car is pretty much prepped. Took the lug nuts off, got the jack ready, jack stand ready. Here is our new wheel hub and bearing assembly. Some cars you could replace just the wheel bearing. This one is a hub and bearing assembly 2-in-1. I think these are really ugly, so honestly very tempted to get something else because they're not even that expensive, but I mean this is like they're in rough shape. So I'm gonna lift it up until we could take the tire off and we could take a look underneath. Since the Civic that I have does not have rotors because it's a base model, we just have this, and what we are going to do is just tap it gently. There it is, just saw it move. Now with two hands, let me just a little bit more. Yeah, it's definitely off now. With two hands, should be able to lift and slide this off. And this exposes our wheel hub. And I am really hoping that I am doing the right one for my job. But now in order to get this off, we have 4 bolts in the rear that we have to take off. In order to get those out, you are going to need 14mm sockets. So I used the short one for this side and then the extended one for this side. There are these brake lines, so be careful, make sure you don't mess them up. But I broke them loose. I should be able to just put the socket on and do the rest by hand. With those 4 bolts out, you could literally just gently pull it out, hoping that that doesn't fall. It did not. You could grab this little O-ring right here, this rubber gasket. The new wheel bearing has this gasket goes around here. So I'll put this one in real quick just so that, you know, I could do it with 2 hands. These are slightly different, so if you do it wrong, all 4 bolts will not line up. Very simple, but I basically just threaded it at the bottom. I'm going to hand tighten it as much as I can and then tighten it with a socket and wrench. And you will want to tighten the rear bolts basically like a wheel. So do this one, then this one, and then this one. Essentially kind of like a crisscross, opposites of each other. A little bit more work swapping the sockets, but it's worth it. I got the wheel on. I did not put this cover back on because it's ugly and I think this car already has a lot of ugly points. So I'm gonna go see how much I could get a replacement for, either OEM or aftermarket ones. I know aftermarket ones are probably 20 bucks at Walmart, so it's not a huge investment, but I think it will go a long way and it'll just look better. Every single one of these, plus one is missing, but every single one of these is just busted up like this and it doesn't look good. Okay, everything is tied down. Let's take it for a drive and hope that that was the one that was giving me an issue. I see the Tpms light is still on, but some cars you got to drive a few miles for the light to reset, or maybe that one is just out, but that tire was definitely low. Guys, I think I'm in the clear. I don't hear it anymore. I just hit 40 and it sounds good. Now we're taking a turn. Yeah, absolutely no humming, so yes! I'm like 5 for 5, I don't know, 7 for 7. Every single wheel bearing that I have replaced, I was right on. And I'm very happy. I mean, not that it was a long job, it honestly took 15-20 minutes to do, if that. But it's always good to be right because you don't have to do extra work. So I'm gonna turn around, take it back home, and I think it's gonna go to the detail shop tomorrow. This is going to be it for this kind of portion. So I need to find out how much replacement wheel caps are. So continue watching. For you, this is going to be very quick. We're going to transition to the next part right now. Here we are taking the Civic. So I'm going to swap it out. The plan is to have the detail shop remove all of these stickers because I have no use for them. These should be here in a few days. I got new ones ordered. I don't need this sticker. Yeah, garbage. All of these stickers, basically clean it up. I don't know what's gonna happen with the paint or what they will be able to do. The other areas is all of this. I mean, I could clean it up myself, but like there's just so much of it that I figured whatever. And to my surprise, the Tpms Light is still on, so bummer. Okay, it's staying at the detail shop. So just a good clean, a good buff and whatnot, and we'll pick it up. Leaving the Civic, going back on the Sentra. We will resume with the Civic once it's cleaned up. Unfortunately, quite a bit happened with the Civic since last time I filmed it. So I picked it up from the detail shop, and as I was driving it back home to install the wheel caps, whatever they're called, it was really hot inside the car. It's a warm day, so I rolled down the window just a little bit, like inch and a half, and released the button, and then on its own the window went down, stopped, and then it went all the way down, and then it wouldn't go back up at all. So here's what we have now. I ended up buying a new master switch. I plugged it in, and as you guys can see, the window started to work, but for whatever reason, from this old switch, the driver window didn't work. Everything else worked just fine. So now I have to take off this portion for the windows and then this cover and basically put it on this one, reassemble everything, and I think the car is pretty much ready. I installed those wheels. Actually, let me get this all done. I will pull it out because it's going to the lot, and I think it's finally ready to sell. New switch is in. Okay, that works. Let's check the other windows. Awesome. And the rear one, sweet. Now let's check mirrors moving. That one is also moving. Okay, awesome. Now just pop it back into place. Didn't show you guys at the house what it looks like, but we'll just do a slow walk around. This will give you a pretty darn good idea of the condition the car is in. So clearly exterior is pretty rough, especially the paint, like the trunk, the roof, the hood. I mean, it looks rough. It doesn't look good. But mechanically, the car runs really well. I've done maybe 60-70 miles on it now. There's no check engine lights. It starts every time. No funny noises from the motor, no, stuttering, transmission shifts good. So mechanically, I mean, the car has what, 118,000 miles almost. Mechanically, this thing runs really well. The challenge will be selling it to someone, because a lot of people buy with their eyes. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen with it. But I need to get a sold as is form filled out and put inside the car. And then I'm gonna go take pictures of it, get it listed for sale, and we will resume once I sell the car. There it is, all photographed, parked, left alone, and now we just wait for a buyer. Alrighty guys, and just like that, Civic is sold. There it goes. Happy buyers. That's gonna be it for this video. We're gonna run through the numbers real quick. I have the computer in front of me. I'm gonna tell you guys pretty much what was replaced, how much money I'm in it, and how much I sold it for. Alrighty, so this was a 2008 Honda Civic LX sedan. You guys saw me pick it up. It was a little rough. The whole pickup, the whole process itself. I mean, this was honestly an accidental purchase. But I figured I'd start a new video format and just honestly roll with it. So the winning bid for this car was $2,200. After fees, I was $23.95 in it. I had to do a wire transfer because of the whole COVID. The offices were closed, so I couldn't pay in person. That was $25. I paid $32 for a new wheel hub, which you guys saw me replace. $24 for all new wheel covers because the other ones were all busted up. I paid $140 for the detail. I think they got water into the master switch, so the window wasn't working. I paid $23 for a new master switch. Replaced all of that. And I was $26.39 into the car. I just sold it for $3,350, and my profit on this car was $711. Given that there was more or less a lot more work put into this car than I expected, but honestly, I was just hoping to break even. So making $711 is a blessing. Very grateful for that. And I'm very happy personally with that. Like I said, I hope the car serves them very well. Mechanically it was great. You know, visually it wasn't the prettiest car, but it ran really good. I did like 70-80 miles on that car with no issues. And that's gonna be it for this video. Guys, let me know if you like this format, if I should continue, you know, start to finish, buy one car and then sell it and basically do a video like that. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please drop a comment in the comment section below. Consider subscribing to my channel. My goal is to get 10,000 subscribers. I know we are a long ways away, but you gotta start somewhere, and one subscriber at a time, I will get there. Thank you so much for your support. Have a blessed day.